What's up, beautiful people? We'll get started in just a moment as I get everything set up properly. If you can hear me okay, give me a thumbs up, like the video. If you're watching live, actually, let me get this set up. Here we go. Cool. If you can hear me okay, give me a thumbs up on the video. If you're watching live, go to the comment section down below right now and comment the word #live. If you're catching the replay, go to the comment section down below, comment the word #replay. Let's get this ready to go. From pain to purpose. A lot of us overcomplicate our lives. The path is right in front of us. The problem always presents the solution inside of it. And we have to learn how to read between the lines of our problems, of our pain. And in a sense, flip the narrative so that when problems present themselves or when pain presents itself, we no longer look at it as a problem. We see a solution in front of us. We no longer look at it as pain. We see purpose. This doesn't alleviate the tension that the body experiences. This doesn't completely eliminate all challenges, although it makes life a lot more enjoyable. It puts you in the driver's seat as opposed to responding to life and being in the passenger seat and just kind of praying and wishing that things will pan out for you. Instead of that, you're in the driver's seat. So today we're going to be talking about from pain to purpose. If you're just tuning in now, make sure you watch from the very beginning because I'm going to be really intentional with how I flow through this. If you are watching now, go to the comment section down below, comment the word #live. If you're watching the replay, go to the comment section down below and comment the word #replay. I'm filming this in Denver, Colorado right now. Wherever you experience pain, there too is your purpose. So if your health or your lack thereof health creates a lot of pain for you, your purpose is to become the healthiest version of yourself and allow your health to inspire other people to become the healthiest version of themselves. And you inspire them not in a forceful way, but in a very natural way by simply exuding and embodying that which you are committed to mastering. So for this example, you're mastering your health. If you're pain, or if you're experiencing a lot of pain with intimate relationships or friendships, your purpose is to master those interpersonal relationship dynamics. And along the way, you're going to inspire a lot of other people to become really good within a relationship dynamic. If you experience a lot of financial pain, your purpose is to become the wealthiest, the most financially disciplined and secure version of yourself, abundant version of yourself. And along the way, you will inspire others to do the same thing. when you approach life like this, your pain doesn't go to waste. Many people, they let their pain go to waste, and they approach pain as in like, man, this fucking sucks that I have to feel this, that I have to go through this. And they just kind of like go through the rest of their life, never really understanding why they experience that pain. Now, what I'm pointing to here is, let's not let our pain go to waste, and let's use it to not only become the best version of ourselves, but to serve as many people as we possibly can along the way. If you're looking for purpose in your life, just reflect on your life and do some self-inquiry and get curious. What causes pain for you? That's your purpose. Another way of looking at this is, what are you afraid to do? What lights you up and gives you energy, but it simultaneously triggers fear and hesitation and doubt and a fear of judgment? The reason you're here on this planet at this time is to see through that fear, to do the thing you must do. Otherwise, you'll be a puppet to your own mind. Otherwise, you will be influenced by fear to play small, to not do what you really want to do, to not express yourself in this very unique, quirky, inspiring, articulate, brilliant, genius way that you can share with the world. If you didn't allow fear to get in the way or prevent you from taking on the challenge, what would you do with your life? How would you express yourself within relationships? That's a fun one to explore. With the career that you come into, with the business that you start, with the way that you pay the bills and put food on the table. What would you do to put food on the table, to make money, if you weren't afraid? One of the reasons we are here is to see through the illusion of fear. As Zig Ziglar once said, fear is false evidence appearing real. The perfect acronym. What if for the next 14 days, you made the commitment to yourself that every time you noticed fear, you would look at it directly in its eyes and you would run towards fear. You would run through the fear. And of course, you have to be mature. I'm not saying if you see a cougar on your morning walk and it scares you to go run after the cougar. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you notice an excitement and that excitement brings up fear, for the next 14 days, you do that thing. And you have zero attachment to the outcome of whatever happens as you run towards that fear. What if you made that commitment to yourself? Perhaps 14 days might be a bit overwhelming. So for the next 24 hours, whenever you notice an emotional fear response, run towards it. Do the thing you are afraid to do, just for the next 24 hours. What's probably going to happen if you take on that 24-hour challenge is you will feel more alive than you've ever felt in your entire life. There's this really good Will Smith video. I grew up loving Will Smith. He's a bit crazy these days, but I love all of his movies. He was a huge inspiration for me. And he has this video. You can find it on YouTube if you just type in Will Smith skydiving inspiration. And inside of this video, he brilliantly tells this story of being deathly afraid to jump out of that plane. And then he did it. And he says, on the other side of fear is bliss. On the other side of pain is your purpose. We just have to not tolerate lazy thinking, because the lazy thinker would notice fear and be, oh, well, that's scary. I shouldn't do that. The lazy thinker would notice pain and be, oh man, life sucks. Because they just allow the first thought to influence them and they jump on the boat of the first thought that floats on by, as opposed to noticing it and kind of tapping into this observer mode and just noticing it. Does this resonate? No. Okay, I'll let that pass. Does this resonate? No, I'll let this pass. Does this feel empowering? Yes. Does this resonate? Yes. Okay, I'll jump on that boat. I've heard it been said before, the most confident people how do they say it? The most confident person is always questioning themselves. We think confidence is never having any doubt. Confidence is not believing in your own mind. It's questioning every thought that comes up. Is this real? No. Okay. What's the next thought? Is this real? Well, it's a little bit closer, but still no. Okay, next thought. I was pondering on a question recently. How would you live your life if you didn't allow any external circumstance or any external influence to have a sway on what you do, to have an influence on what you do? If you didn't allow anybody or anything that you've been taught to influence you, how would you live your life? if you didn't allow your fear to influence you, if you didn't allow people's judgments to influence you, how would you express yourself? Whatever comes up, this is the path. And you can avoid the path. Absolutely. You can avoid the path and you can create a lot of cool things in your life. And people will affirm, man, you're crushing it. You're killing it. But deep down, you know you're not on the path. I'll take a couple breaths here and I want to wrap this up and make it really practicable. How do you go from pain to purpose? First step is really just shifting that internal dialogue of every time you experience pain, rather than being like, man, this sucks. Flip that to curiosity. What can I learn here? What can I master here so I can be of more service to more people? And then you start becoming kind of crazy to other people in that when challenges are presented in your life, you smile, you're like, yes, bring it on. I don't ask for an easy life. I just ask for strength, baby. And the paradox there is strength allows you to create an easier, flowy life. Imagine living a life very weak, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Would you rather have things be very easy for you, or would you rather have a lot of strength? There's no right or wrong answer there. Coming back to wrapping this up, how to make this practicable. Step one, flip it. Once you notice pain, you actually see purpose. Step two, just journal and do some contemplative meditation. What brings a lot of pain to me? You don't bring it up to have it linger, but you just bring it up to do some self-inquiry. What creates pain within me? What am I afraid of? And then step three, well, the pain list is now your purpose list. So the step three is you rephrase the pain in that I am here to master whatever you wrote in the pain column. I'm here to master this, to become the best I can possibly be in this area. This is how I've been living my entire life now that I look back at it. And I'm sure many of you have as well. My suggestion is, how can you just turn the volume up to be louder with your purpose, to be louder with how you serve? But it's how I've been living my entire life. When I was really, really young, I had so much pain with the insecurity of my body, of being just genetically skinny and scrawny. So much pain. I felt less than everybody else. So I unconsciously turned that into my purpose of becoming the strongest I can possibly be. And along the way, I learned so much. And it just became natural for me to serve people in that area where I helped people transform their body. I didn't have to force it. It's just like, well, I'm really good at this, so let me serve people in that way. And then I had so much pain with wanting to have a bigger impact. I had so much pain with creating my own business. So I became obsessive with how can I create a business that provides an awesome income and living for myself, and freedom for myself. And so I committed many years to that. And then I just naturally started to help people with that, right? And I missed one. There was one in the middle of those, which is so much pain with intimate relationships, so much pain, where I made it my mission to master that. And then I have that in my toolkit of how I can serve people. Again, we overcomplicate this. It can be easy if you give yourself the permission to do the self-inquiry. What creates pain for me? There too lies my purpose. And then begs the question of how can you be the greatest servant that you can possibly be? And perhaps we'll save that for another video, because I have a lot to share in regards to being the best servant you can be. Serve from your heart, not from your ego, not from your small self. That's a really interesting thing to get into, because you have to learn to really dance between what feels good in your heart, God's guidance, your higher self, what your higher self encourages you to do. You have to dance and balance that between what people need to hear. And sometimes those two things are not in alignment. But then you just twist your head, look at it from a different perspective, and then they are in alignment. So you don't have to negate one. You just got to like figure out how to twist, manipulate your words, your expression, so that they are aligned. If there are any topics that you would love for me to discuss, just comment them down below. If you enjoyed any of this, the greatest thing you can do for me and for other people is to share this. The only way this is going to get out is through word of mouth. So if you share this on social media, if you text it to a friend, that would mean the world to me. Last thing I will mention here is if you want to be a part of the Spiritual Gym online membership, just comment down below, or actually what I'd rather have you do is simply email me. My email is my first and my last name at gmail.com, drewdiorsi@gmail.com, if you want to be a part of the Spiritual Gym membership, where you and I will work intimately together. I love you all unconditionally. Do not allow your pain to go to waste, and instead go deeper with it, because there too lies your purpose. And this world has been interesting now, and there's many reasons why it's interesting, and perhaps we can really solve a lot of the world's problems by encouraging everybody to follow their purpose, to commit and devote their life to their purpose, to be able to see through their pain and know it's not because they deserve to suffer for a past life or for sinning. The reason they're experiencing pain is because this is your gift to the world. I love you all unconditionally so. Peace, and I'll talk to you guys soon.